Okay, so I've developed a pretty cool game. It's very easy to play and it only uses four cards, and they are, of course, the four aces. Now, the game is called Which Ace is Face Up, and it's a very simple game that, as I said, of course, only uses the four aces here. And basically, the idea of the game is I'm going to be turning each ace face up behind my back, and you have to guess which ace is face up. So it's a very simple game. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the cards behind my back and I'm just going to turn one of the cards face up, and you have to guess which one it is. So first guess, do you think it's clubs, hearts, spades or diamonds? You think it's clubs. Okay, let's take a look. So if we just go through the cards, just like so even, and you'll notice that it is in fact the ace of hearts. So you got it wrong that time, but we'll give you another chance, okay? So this time I'll take the cards behind my back and once again turn over one of the aces. And which one do you think it is this time? You think it's clubs. You're going to stick with clubs. Okay, let's take a look. Perfect. You actually got it completely right. You got it right. It is the ace of clubs. How about we'll give it one more go, okay? Perfect. We'll just turn over one of the aces. Which ace do you think is face up this time? Ace of diamonds. Okay, let's take a look. Oh, so it is in fact the ace of diamonds. So you got it right 2 out of 4 times. Now the final time, what we're going to do is actually something a bit different. Instead of guessing which ace is already face up, I want you to guess which ace I'm going to turn face up before I've even done it. So I'm going to turn over this card. So which ace do you think this is? You think it's the ace of hearts this time? Let's take a look. It's in fact the ace of spades, so, not too bad. Got it 2 out of 4 times in total. I'm going to ask you one last question. I know it's a bit of a trick question this time. Which ace do you think is face down? Oh, you don't think any of them are face down? That's true, because they are all, in fact, face up. So it was a bit of a trick question there. Now, some of you may be struggling to follow which aces are face up and which aces are face down. The way I do it is very simple, because if you take a look at the back of each card, there's markings that are very clearly seen. They're quite subtle. You can see that this one says the ace of hearts, the ace of clubs says the ace of clubs, ace of diamonds says the ace of diamonds, and the ace of spades, of course, says the ace of spades. And that is how you play which ace is face up. I hope you enjoyed. Okay, so this trick is quite simple to perform. All you really need to know how to do is an Elmsley count, and that is pretty much how this entire trick works. Obviously, you get 5 cards instead of 4. Obviously, you're pretending to have 4 the entire time, but you actually get 5 cards in the pack. And the way you set up is very simple. So what you get in the pack is an ace of diamonds card with the ace of diamonds written on the back, ace of hearts with the ace of hearts, and ace of clubs with the ace of clubs. And you get one card that says which ace is face up, and on the back of that you have the ace of spades, and also you get the which ace is face up card with the words ace of spades written on the back. Now these 2 cards have been treated with roughing fluid, so they stick together, so you can hide these 2 faces when they are stuck back to back, just like that. So the way you set up is very simple. What you do is you take the ace of spades cards and you want it so the writing is facing this way, and then you want the ace of spades card and you want the ace of spades facing up, and so that the writing which ace is face up is facing the same direction as this, so it looks a bit like that. Okay, and then the other 3 cards is very simple. You just want to have it ace of hearts, ace of clubs and ace of diamonds with the writing facing the same direction as the ace of spades writing, and you're just going to flip these over like this and place them on top. So that is what the setup should look like so far. That's all you need to do. So the handling is very easy. As I said before, it basically consists of a bunch of Elmsley counts and a frustration count at the start. So I introduced the game as calling it which ace is face up, and it only uses the 4 aces. And as you're saying this, you're going to be doing a frustration count, of course, showing the same back 4 times. So it looks a bit like this. So it uses the 4 aces, and you peel off the ace of hearts, turn it over again, take the ace of clubs, show the same back, ace of diamonds, and show the same back. Now when you, obviously you're holding a double here, and you're just going to place this on top, but you're also going to keep a break. Okay, as I explained to the spectator, how the game works is you're going to turn over an ace behind your back, and they have to guess which one is face up. So it's very simple, and with that break still remaining with your pinky there, what you're going to do is take the pack behind your back, and you're just going to do a double lift basically behind your back, turning over the ace of spades and the other card underneath it, the ace of spades and the ace of spades card. And so you just do a double lift behind your back, so now everything should look like this. So when you bring the cards out behind your back, everything should look like this. Obviously the spectator doesn't know you have 5 cards, but obviously they don't need to know that. So what you do now is you ask them which ace they think is face up, and let's say they say the ace of hearts. It doesn't really matter if they get it right or wrong, because it's basically the end part of the trick is the big reveal, and it's just a bit of fun anyway, this part. So let's say they say the ace of hearts, and that will be right, because it will always be ace of hearts, then ace of clubs, and then ace of diamonds. So it helps for you to know that. So what you do, once you've asked them which ace they think is face up, you just do an Elmsley count. I'm not going to explain how to do one of those right now, but for those of you who know, you just could complete an Elmsley count, just like so, showing that there is only one ace face up, and it is in fact the ace of hearts. Now, what you're going to do this time is a displacement, but you're going to do it behind your back, but I'll show you what it looks like right now. So what you're going to do is you're going to push this top card and align it with the ace of hearts. So just push it so it's aligned, just like that. And then what you're going to do is with your index and middle finger here, is place them on top of this card here. And with your thumb, is you're going to block push the rest of the cards. So the rest of the cards here, you're going to block push them so they are also aligned with the top card here. And you're just going to peel out this card here and place it on top, just like that. And you're going to do that behind your back. It's very simple to do once you've got the hang of it. And yeah, so you place that card on top, and now basically you're ready to do another Elmsley count, but under the disguise of the fact that you're saying you've turned over an ace, and it will look like you've turned over another ace, because it will in fact be, when you do another Elmsley count right now, just like this, you will shown to be having the ace of clubs face up instead of the previous ace of hearts. And you just do the same thing again. You do this displacement, align, and then push the other cards so they are aligned as well, and pull out, strip this card out, and just place it on top. And you do that behind your back. And then you do another Elmsley count to reveal the ace of diamonds is face up this time. And then you do the same displacement behind your back. Very simple. And this time you don't do an Elmsley count when you bring the cards out, because you say you want them to guess which ace you're going to turn face up before you do it. And you tell them you're going to turn over this card, which is the ace of spades. And let's say they guess the ace of spades, it doesn't matter, you just turn it over, do a single lift, turn it over. And now what you've done is you put the two roughed backs together, so now that they are sticking together as one card. So now you ask which card do you think is face up or face down. It doesn't matter how you phrase the question. It's a trick question, because now when you peel the cards off, when you peel off the ace of spades, you're actually peeling off 2 cards, but because of the roughing fluid, they will actually stick together just like this. So once you peel off all 4 cards, just like that, to reveal they are all face up, which of course is one of the killer faces of this trick, you can now explain to the spectator that the secret method to identifying which card is face up. You just basically very simply just turn over each ace, and you show that this card has the ace of hearts written on the back, ace of clubs has the ace of clubs, ace of diamonds has the ace of diamonds. Obviously be a bit more careful with this card because it's 2 cards stuck together. They should stick pretty well, but you don't want to split them when you put them down, so you just take the ace of spades and place it down and reveal that they have markings on the backs. And that's basically how you perform which ace is face up. So I hope you enjoyed, and yeah, I shall see you next time.